organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up tonight on Daily Iowan TV, elections are in the air, but are students aware? Find out next.
And low-dollar dental care. Learn how students are giving great smiles for less.
Find out what's going on behind the scenes of some of your favorite Hawkeye teams later on in sports.
All that and more coming up.
You're watching Daily Iowan TV.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Andrew Roberts.
And I'm Katie Sextro. City Council elections took place in Iowa City Tuesday, and voter turnout was higher than expected. Officials thought it would be difficult to get 15% of Iowa Cityans to vote, but they reached just a little over that with turnout at 15.18%. The two at-large seats went to local lawyer Rockney Cole and incumbent Jim Throgmorton. The District A seat went to Pauline Taylor, and the District C seat went to architect John Thomas.
And with the presidential election heating up, one question that's likely on every candidate's mind is how to get the youth vote. The college-age demographic historically has the lowest voter attendance, and that could be because of a lack of political awareness. Daily Iowan's Keaton Fuller went out to find out more.
Even a full year out from the election, it seems nearly impossible to escape the drama of the campaign trail. But nevertheless, the 18 to 24-year-old demographic, which is sought after every year by presidential hopefuls, is known for staying home on election day. Political science associate professor Carrie Covington has a theory about why this tends to happen.
Generally speaking, college students are not as aware of what's going on politically as middle-aged folks. They have other things on their mind, college and so on.
With only 38% of 18 to 24-year-olds showing up for the 2012 election, I think it might be a good idea to see if I can prove Professor Covington's theory correct by asking college-age people how much they know about the 2016 election. Let's go find out. So this is about the 2016 election.
Oh gosh.
Tell me what major announcement Joe Biden made last week about the presidential race.
I have no idea.
No idea.
I have no idea. Is he running? Because everyone wants him to.
That he was not going to enter the race.
That's correct. What month are the Iowa caucuses?
November?
I don't know, December? January?
Close.
I believe they're in February of next year.
That's right. Can you name 3 Republican candidates still in the race?
Ben Carson, Donald Trump, and
Is Donald Trump a Republican?
Is Bernie Sanders a Republican?
Jeb Bush.
Yeah.
Donald Trump, Rand Paul, right? And is Jeb Bush still in the race?
Out of the students that I talked to, only 38% could name 3 of the many remaining Republican candidates, and only 23% even knew when the Iowa caucuses are. It seems like Professor Covington's theory about political awareness was correct, and if a candidate wants to make it to the White House, they might benefit from finding a way to get young people a little more aware. Keaton Fuller, Daily Iowan TV.
A Morningside college professor is about to put a lot of trust into a few students. Professor Mark Heisett of Sioux City is letting his students take scissors to his 40-year-old beard after he was recently diagnosed with cancer. His beard is chest length and will be cut by the students and then completely shaven off by a barber. Heisett said he grew out his beard after a competition with his brother. He'll be having surgery to treat his cancer in December.
Ohio voted against the legalization of recreational and medicinal marijuana on Tuesday via an amendment to the state's constitution. The proposal was aimed at granting a small number of wealthy investors monopoly to operate commercial marijuana farms. The amendment sought to allow licensed individuals to possess, grow, share, and cultivate up to 8 ounces of marijuana in the state. 65% of voters opposed the measure, while 35% were in support. Recreational marijuana has been legalized in Colorado, Washington, D.C., Oregon, and Alaska, including the District of Columbia, Medicinal marijuana is legal in half of the states.
Though Taylor Swift may have no problem shaking off all the boys, she may have trouble with this, a $42 million lawsuit. Musician Jessie Bram, who's fallen out of the music world in the last few years, is suing Swift, saying she stole a 22-word phrase from his song, Haters Gonna Hate. The artist claims he copyrighted the song in February 2013. Taylor's hit Shake It Off, which includes this phrase, debuted in 2014. Legal officials say Bram will have an uphill battle in the lawsuit.
The local megabus station has found a new home in Coralville, but while it may be more convenient for some, others have expressed their dissatisfaction over the move. Iowa City's megabus stop is now housed in the new Coralville Transit Intermodal Facility. The stop was previously located in the residential area of Iowa City that was much closer to the UI campus. The move farther from campus has made it difficult for traveling students to get to the station as easily. However, the intermodal facility boasts an array of eco-friendly amenities that the previous stop did not have. These include free Wi-Fi, showers, bike lockers, and electric car charging stations. In addition, Stop 5000 has the potential to undergo a second phase of development, which will add a daycare center, retail spaces, and more park and ride commuter spots.
Basically, I'm from Cedar Rapids, so it's cool to be around versus me going to Iowa City.
You know, Andrew, the weather out there seems more like summer than fall.
Yes, Katie, it certainly does, and I was really hoping fall to kind of settle in so far, but let's toss it over to FA in the weather studio to see what next week, or the rest of the week, is in store.
Hi guys, surprisingly we've been having a usually beautiful weather this week, but we seem to have a chance in weather, but we've had a change in weather with a windy Wednesday evening. Nevertheless, expect the great weather to continue for the rest of the week. Taking a look at the weather for Thursday, expect partly cloudy skies with temperatures at 56 degrees, so a little jacket might be necessary. As we move into the rest of the day, expect temperatures to warm up a lot at 64 degrees, but with an overcast sky. By the end of the day, temperatures will not drop a lot, but you will want to prepare for rain. The rest of the weekend will be in the low 50s and 30s. That's all I have at the studio. Back to you guys at the desk.
Professional dental care is often expensive, but the University of Iowa's Student Clinics is making dental care a cheaper option to members of the Iowa City community. 80 dental students see 500 patients in a day. They are able to offer more affordable and sometimes free care. And while these students are helping their patients, it is the patients that are really making an impact. Austin Love has more.
A trip to the dentist is not everyone's idea of a painless day. For your mouth, or for your pocketbook. But when you love to laugh as much as Marjorie Wilverton, keeping that golden smile is essential.
Everyday living to me. I try to laugh at something every day.
Which made finding the University of Iowa Student Dentistry Clinic
for a long time I never went to a dentist.
Such a blessing.
I didn't want to spend the money.
As much as an impact as these dentists have had on Marge's pocketbook, she has meant the same to the students that have worked on her.
Patients like Marge are hard to come by. It's great to have people that come in and understand that we're students, understand that we're going to need to have faculty come in, give their 2 cents. It's really just their patience with us that kind of lets this work.
It may have been a leap of faith to let a student work on her teeth, but it has allowed Marge to brighten up the entire office.
Marge has a lot of good stories, is what I've found.
He likes my little stories once in a while.
But when Marge leaves this office, she tells the same story every time.
Just haven't anything but say all good has been down here, and I've had very good luck with my teeth.
A bond that will soon end when Corey graduates next semester, but a story Marge can keep on telling.
Graduates are going to be sad?
Well, yeah. I won't get to see him anymore. He'll just be moving on to somebody probably a lot younger and better looking at and all that good stuff.
In Iowa City, Austin Love, Daily Iowan TV.
The Iowa Athletic Hall of Fame has some special visitors this week. Herky the Hawk will be dressed in all sorts of attire, but not the actual Herky. Sculptures. These special collection sculptures include All Sports Herky, Big Ten Tour Herky, Franken Herky, King Herky, Leprechaun Herky, and Santa Herky. The Herkies will be on display until November 8th.
Well, Katie, I never would have thought at this point in the year that Iowa would be number 9 as the Tuesday released the first college football playoff rankings. How about it?
I know, it's pretty impressive. Let's hope we keep improving in the polls. But let's send it over to Holly Reimer in the sports studio, who will tell us what else is going on in sports this week. Holly?
That's right, guys, but we'll take a break from football today and check out how some other Iowa sports are getting ready for their upcoming seasons. While Iowa track and field's first duel is in the distance, I checked in on what they're up to for the off-season. When it comes to the off-season, the University of Iowa track and field program does not rest. While the actual season does not kick off until their first official meet on January 9th, the Hawkeyes have been putting in work since the beginning of the fall semester.
We had the first week of actual school off, and then we started the second week. But some people have started as early as, after their season ended last semester. So, I started sometime in August or something like that and just been going ever since. Probably won't stop again until July.
The track and field team has spent their off-season practices with a generalized regimen geared towards conditioning for the regular season. Coach Joey Woody says that the team will be doing more specialized drills as the off-season progresses and transitions into the official season. This season's team captains were recently appointed to set the example and keep each event team on the same page. One team captain is senior Montayla Holder. Holder runs a variety of races ranging from the 600 to hurdles and relays. She says she has high hopes for her senior season.
My end goal is to make it back to nationals individually and take our 4x4 to indoor nationals.
The Hawkeyes have welcomed several new strong recruits and transfers, including freshman thrower Nia Britt.
Right now I'm the only female shot putter. I feel like there's high expectations for me.
Along with Britt, both Coach Woody and team captains are excited to see the new team members put their talent to use.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see a new freshman Big Ten champ.
Next on the agenda for the Hawkeyes is the inter-squad meet on December 5th. With lofty goals set, the Iowa track and field team has already paved their way for success.
I really believe that both our men's and women's teams have the opportunity to fight to win a Big Ten championship.
There's still plenty of time before their season kicks off, but we have tons of Hawkeye sports to keep us entertained in the meantime, such as women's basketball. Katie Reber and Hannah Thompson are standing by to fill us in on the team's profile, both on and off the court. Ladies?
Thanks, Holly, and this team will definitely keep fans entertained as they build each position up and get ready for game time.
The anchors are probably the usual suspects, what you would expect. Allie Disterhoff is definitely going to be in a different role for us this year.
In regards to leadership, I'm going to step up a little bit more in that role.
Callie Peschel, senior co-captain on our basketball team, also is going to have a different role for us this year, and she's playing very well. Going to be asked to be more of a leader for our basketball team.
Coach Bluter and the coaching staff in its entirety have really done a great job of just working with both Callie Peschel and myself to kind of develop those leadership skills in weekly captain meetings. So that has been really nice to have their guidance.
As Coach Bluter said, the anchors remain the same, but there is a bit of a shift on the rest of the court.
Claire Till and Carly Mones are doing a great job for us on the boards, and I think that we're going to be a better rebounding team this year because of the efforts of those two women.
And now I'm facing the hoop, I'm on the perimeter, so I'm able to kind of use my strengths more the way that I would like to, as opposed to being down on the block.
Whitney Jennings is another starter that returns for us. Also, Whitney will be moving back to her more comfortable point guard position for us.
As for defense, it's all about staying in the zone.
Right now, we really like our zone. We've enjoyed having the length in the back. Now, we're not very big up front, but in the back line, we have some big wings. And we think we can cover a lot of ground with our zone.
Most importantly, these Hawkeyes are ready to compete.
You want to recruit players that want to compete at the very highest level, and I think that we've done that.
It will certainly be interesting to see the impact each player has on the court now that things are so different for this basketball team.
Absolutely. Now, as Coach Lisa Bluter and the team have been hard at work getting ready for their first game, they might be entering this season under the watchful eyes of critics across the country. After last year's season, there was quite a buzz around Iowa women's basketball, and rightfully so, as they took the team to the Sweet 16 of the NCAA tournament. But this year, the buzz is different, with much lower expectations because of how much everyone thinks Iowa lost with the graduating class.
As you all know, we lost 3 starters from last year's team that advanced to the Sweet 16 and was ranked number 11 in the country. And yes, they were the all-time leading trio in Big Ten history. But I can assure you it's not all doom and gloom around our program. We have great optimism in the gym. And we have a group of women that are kind of excited about proving everybody wrong.
The new group of upperclassmen is taking the faith Bluter has in them to heart as they prepare to take the season head on. And for some of them, the element of surprise fuels their fire to prove the critics wrong the most.
We're also a great group of seniors, and we really just want to kind of build off of last year, and we had such a great run, and we did things that people didn't think that we were supposed to do, and we tend to do that every year. So just another year, and we're excited to prove them wrong again.
And despite others' low expectations, team leaders like Allie Disterhoff say it doesn't change the way they think and operate as a team.
Internally, our expectations do not change. We have set the bar here, and we're going to keep it there. And it doesn't change with who we graduate, and we've kind of been able to have discussions about that, and we're all excited. We're excited to come out there, like I said, with a chip on our shoulders and just prove people wrong.
And as far as preseason's rankings go, Iowa is unranked as of now, which means we will find out soon if they'll break all these expectations.
That's right. The team opens up their season at Carver Hawkeye Arena this Sunday, November 8th. Holly, back to you.
Thanks for that, Katie and Hannah. Tons of excitement in Iowa sports, but that's all the time we have this Wednesday. Check back in for Thursday's pregame show with everything you need to know for Iowa's football upcoming match with Indiana. Katie and Andrew, back to you.
Well, that's all we have for you tonight on Daily Iowan TV.
Be sure to check us out anytime online at dailyiowan.com. I'm Katie Sextro.
And I'm Andrew Roberts. Thanks for watching, and have a great night.